Hey folks, hope you're going to have a great day and welcome to the Political Blowback podcast, where we unpack some of the news and events of our time and of our day. And we're so glad you could join us. Thank you so much. If you'd be kind enough, please give us a subscribe and a like. That's kind of what keeps us going and gives us some encouragement. So we would greatly appreciate that. We're going to talk today about Gavin Newsom and the Trump tariffs, and perhaps offer some insights that have been sort of glossed over. Gavin Newsom, in the past week, has come out and made an impassioned plea to Canadian citizens, and he has said, please come back. Essentially, he said, please come back to California. There's lots of fun things to see and do here, and we're very welcoming towards Canadians. And in as much as all of that is very, very true, California is an absolutely beautiful state, full of sunshine and great beaches and great things to see and do. Let's talk a little bit about what Gavin Newsom is doing. Essentially, Gavin Newsom is doing what he should be doing as a leader. He is trying to be proactive. He is trying to be constructive, and he is recognizing that there is a problem in the tourism trade has slowed. And the Canadians are conspicuously, for the most part, they've been conspicuously absent. And he recognizes this as a problem because, tourism for the state of California is an essential part of the makeup of the economy. And California has an enormous economy on so many different levels. But Gavin Newsom is recognizing that there is a problem and Canadians are not visiting as they used to. So he's being the adult in the room. Conversely, if you look at Donald Trump and what his postures have been regarding making Canada the 51st state, as well as imposing tariffs on your friendliest and most cooperative neighbor historically, throughout the history of the United States. I think what he is doing is the exact opposite of what Gavin Newsom is doing. I will share with you as a Canadian, I will share with you what the prevailing sentiment is here that I perceive, and also, give you a little bit of a backdrop on what's happened with the Trump statements. Trump came out very early in his office, in his term of office, and he said, you know something, I think that Canada would make a great 51st state. And he repeated that mantra over and over and over and over again. And Facebook and social media in Canada just exploded. I mean, people just vehemently pushed back against this. And what Donald Trump had succeeded in doing is creating resentment from Canadians towards the USA. And that's a large part of why Canadians are not traveling to the USA, much less to California. To pour salt on a wound, then Donald Trump changed the channel, figuratively, although he really hasn't lost that 51st state nonsense. He changed the channel and started this nonsense with tariffs. And tariffs are regressive. They cause job losses. They cause animosity and pushback from other countries, and Canada certainly is no exception. When I look at what has happened in the United States, I can only imagine a kitchen table conversation in some red state, where it's like Donald Trump releases the statement about tariffs and Canada becoming the 51st state, and here's the conversation, and it might go something like this. Doris, that Donald Trump, he's an American, and he's sticking up for America and doing right by America. And that's the reason I support him, because he's sticking up for America. Here's the reality, okay? Canadians are conspicuously absent from traveling to the USA. Of course, there are some exceptions, but largely, whether you look at what's happening with airline bookings or hotel bookings or day trips to the USA, everything is significantly down. So I'm hard-pressed to understand how this kind of resentment, which is not only coming from Canada, this is coming from around the globe, the resentment toward the USA is building. And that's no slight on the people. The people of the USA are loved, and fundamentally they're respected. But what Canada and the world does not participate in is this notion of support for Donald Trump. Now, there's some stragglers in Canada that still think that he's, the cat's meow. Okay, all right, that might be a little detachment from reality. I'm not sure. You be the judge of that. But when we further look at the response, I know many people who will simply not buy a product manufactured in the United States of America or imported from the United States of America. You go into grocery stores here, and most grocers have now labeled their products. So you can see distinctly on the shelf the red maple leaf that says this product was made in Canada. And they're doing that because of consumer demand, where people are saying, no, I don't want to buy American products. We're standing behind Canada and our country. And this is our manner in which to push back against Donald Trump's nonsensical notion that Canada should become the 51st state. And further, towards the tariffs. And well, they should. And I think that this is manifesting quite vehemently. And, I think the American economy will suffer because of this, because of all this pushback that's happening in Canada. The sun is shining out there. We hope you're going to have a great day, and I hope you have an opportunity. If the sun is shining where you are, I hope you're going to have an opportunity to get out and enjoy some of that sunshine. And please, once again, give us a like and a subscribe, and we'd greatly appreciate it. You have yourself a great day, and I hope I've given you something to think about.